92 days. $3,000 on meal prep and supplements. ABS still hidden. Here's why. You're not losing belly fat wrong, you're measuring it wrong. And your body is fighting back in 3 ways you can't see. I'm going to show you the waist-first system that makes belly fat measurable, the 3 invisible saboteurs that stall your progress, and a 3-phase map that actually works. And in step 8, I'll reveal the Sunday ritual that tells you if you're losing fat even when your weight goes up. So if you want science-based, no BS plans that actually work, hit that like button and subscribe right now. And grab the free 30-day tracker in the description. It covers waist, steps, lifts, and your protein checklist, everything you need to stay on track. Let's go. 1. Stop chasing the scale. Start chasing the waist. Here's the problem. The scale fluctuates. Water, sodium, carbs, stress, all of it creates noise. So you weigh yourself Monday, see a drop, feel great. Wednesday up 2 pounds. You panic. You quit. But here's what research shows. Waist circumference is one of the most clinically useful markers of health risk. It's like a vital sign for fat loss. In other words, if your waist is going down, you're winning. Even when the scale is bouncing around like a bad paycheck. Here's what to do. Measure your waist 2 to 3 times per week. Same time, same conditions, first thing in the morning, belly button level. Track your 7-day weight average. Track your weekly waist trend. Validation. If your waist drops half an inch in 2 weeks, that's real progress. The scale doesn't get a vote. Your belly won't change if your knee silently drops. Now here's saboteur number 1, and most guys never see it coming. You start dieting and your body quietly hits the brakes. You sit more. You fidget less. You take the elevator instead of the stairs. It's not laziness, it's biology. This is called NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, and it's a huge part of your daily calorie burn. In other words, your body treats energy like a budget. When food drops, spending drops. You move less without even noticing. Here's the fix. Set a step floor. Start at 8,000, build to 10,000. Make it non-negotiable like paying rent. Add a movement trigger, walk after meals. Take calls standing, park farther away. Validation. If your steps stay stable week to week, NEAT can't sabotage you. You just close that loophole. 3. Cardio isn't the enemy, random cardio is. Saboteur number 2. People add intense cardio reactively. They panic, go all out, then hunger and fatigue kill their adherence. The problem isn't cardio. The problem is no strategy. Here's what works. Pick a repeatable cardio dose. Walks. Zone 2. Something you can do consistently for 2 weeks without burning out. Don't chase sweat, chase sustainability. In other words, treat cardio like a small payment, not a Hail Mary. Consistency compounds like interest on savings. Validation. If your waist keeps dropping and your gym performance stays strong, your cardio strategy is working. If you're exhausted and hungry all the time, dial it back. Lift weights as your anti-skinny fat insurance. Now cardio is handled. But if you skip this next one, you'll lose weight and still look soft. Here's the brutal truth. If you lose weight without lifting, you'll just be a smaller, softer version of yourself. Recent research highlights resistance training as a key strategy for higher quality weight loss. It preserves lean mass. It keeps you strong. It protects your metabolism. In other words, lifting is how you cash in your hard work for the body you actually want. Here's the plan. 3 to 4 sessions per week. Focus on progressive overload, add reps, add weight, get stronger. Track your key lifts. Squat, deadlift, press, row. Write them down. Validation. If your lifts are going up or staying stable, you're keeping muscle. That's the whole game. 5. Protein is not a detail, it's adherence. Now here's saboteur number 3, and this one kills more fat loss plans than anything else. Hunger. People lose the deficit because they can't stick to the plan at night. They white-knuckle it all day, then the wheels fall off after dinner. Protein is how you fix that. It keeps you full. It preserves muscle. It makes the whole process easier. Here's a simple rule. Protein anchor every meal. Build your meals around high-satiety foods. Classic example. The Satiety Index study ranked boiled potatoes as the most satiating food tested. Not sexy, but effective. In other words, protein is like paying your bills first. Everything else fits around it. Validation. If you're hitting your protein target daily and you're not starving at night, you've cracked the code. 6. Office guy versus shift guy, same goal, different constraints. Let's talk about two real guys. Office guy, 9 to 6 desk job, stressed, sitting all day, snacks at night. Shift guy, night shifts, sleep disrupted, inconsistent meals, different routines. Same scoreboard, waist, steps, lifts, protein. Office guy's fix, midday walk, earlier dinner. Planned dessert controlled, not random. Shift guy's fix, sleep protecting routine. Protein first meals. Step minimum across all shifts, even the hard ones. The point, the system flexes. The metrics don't. You adapt the habits, not the scoreboard. In other words, your schedule might be different, but the math is the same. Treat it like managing money. Adjust the inputs, track the account. 7. The plateau protocol, 14 days, no panic. 2 weeks stuck. Weight flat, waist flat, you're freaking out. Here's the trap. People slash calories too hard. Add more cardio. Burn out. It becomes a cash flow crisis. Cut too deep. Everything breaks. Here's the smart move. Run this checklist for 14 days before changing anything. 1. Are your steps stable? Or did NEAT quietly drop? 2. Is protein consistent? Or are you winging it? 3. Is your training log progressing? Or are you losing strength? 4. Is your waist actually flat or just water and noise? Rule: change only one variable at a time. Don't panic. Don't slash and burn. In other words, treat this like troubleshooting your budget. Find the leak before cutting spending. Validation: if waist is flat and steps dropped 2,000 per day, there's your answer. Fix that first. 8. The Sunday ritual that makes you unstoppable. Here's the big reveal. Remember the beginning? 92 days, $3,000, abs still hidden. That guy had effort. He had discipline. But he didn't have proof. Here's what nobody tells you. Belly fat isn't the enemy. Quitting is. And you quit because you don't have proof you're winning. The real win condition isn't feeling lean today. It's waist plus photos plus performance. Every Sunday. Measure waist, take photos, review your training log. If waist dropped, photos show progress, and lifts stayed strong, you're winning. Even if the scale went up, even if you don't feel it yet. If not, check the scoreboard. Steps stable? Protein consistent? Sleep decent? This is how you become the guy who follows the map, not the guy who improvises daily and quits monthly. Remember the 3 saboteurs? NEAT drops. Hunger wins. Cardio burns you out. They lose power when your metrics are stable. When you have a scoreboard. When you show up every Sunday and measure what matters, you don't need motivation, you need proof. And patience, because belly fat isn't mysterious. It's just the last thing to go, but it will go if you stay consistent. That's the difference between the guy who spends 92 days guessing and the guy who spends 92 days winning. You become the guy with the scoreboard. And that guy doesn't quit. Lock in waist, steps, lifts, protein for 30 days. If this helped, drop a comment and tell me, are you office guy or shift guy? Let me know. Hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next one. You've got this. Stay consistent. Stay measured. Let's go.